We've got baseball under the roof here at Rogers Center on a rainy day in Toronto. Tonight the homestand continues with the first of three between the Boston Red Sox and the Toronto Blue Jays. Teoscar Hernandez, the league's top home run hitter, will look to widen his lead atop that board next. Ross Stripling, a right-hander from the Keystone State, gets the ball as the starter in this one. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, this guy is one of the better pitchers in the league, and one stat that jumps out, take a look at that strikeout to walk ratio. That's about as good as it gets. And look for him to dominate in this one.
And now, Jose Iglesias. And we are set for baseball here this evening. And a check swing. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. It's ball one. And back-to-back pitches out of the zone to begin the evening. It's 2-0 now. Guys, as the Jays take the field here tonight, they've been on a pretty good roll of late. Winners of 7 of their last 8 ball games.
Yeah, Matty. Dan, this team is playing well. They're getting closer in the division race. I guess my question to you, I want to ask you, did you find that you started to really pitch better as the summer months started to get hotter?
No doubt about it. Not only does his team start feeling better, but I think you get a good vibe starting to go throughout the clubhouse. You realize that the schedule is starting to wind itself down. Every game is more important. The bigger the game, hopefully the better you play. And this team's been playing some really good baseball lately.
And now here's how the visiting Red Sox line up in this one. Nero, give us what you have on this lineup as they start a new series.
Well, Matty, one thing that jumps out at me is the fact that this is a modern-day lineup. A lot of swing and miss, but not many people concerned about it. We were around the cage during batting practice. These guys are trying to drive the baseball out of the yard. They are not concerned with taking 3 and going back to the dugout.
And set up behind the plate is Kenny Jansen as you see the rest of the umpiring crew there.
You know, Kenny Jansen, Dero, he's kind of hard to figure out. Doesn't give a lot on the edges. He'll make you bring the ball into that plate.
Yeah, Dan, Kenny Jansen is definitely consistent, and he'll reward pitchers around the knees. But on the edges right there, sometimes it's hit or miss.
Sent on the ground out to second. He's right there, and that's the second out. Base is empty, 2 away, and that'll bring up the power-hitting shortstop Xander Bogaerts. Ball 1 as he lays off below the zone. Just getting started at the Rogers Center. Weak grounder down the line at third, but a foul ball, 1-1. Here's Bogaerts in the air out to deep left field. Gone!
He's one of the best home run hitters in the league, and rightfully so. You're not going to get cookies thrown at you every at-bat. Most guys can handle a fastball, but he waited back on that off-speed pitch and drove it right out of the yard.
Rafael Devers is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. His previous history with Ross Stripling, he's 1 for 4. Just behind the fastball there, 2 strikes now.
Hey, down in the count 0-2, I'd like to see a little choke and poke right here. Maybe work it up the middle or opposite field with 2 strikes.
2 out, nobody on. Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going. And he comes back with a fastball. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. But they're off to a good start as they pick up a run on this solo shot. Bottom of the first inning coming up from Rogers Center. Now 1-0 Boston.
My enemies feel like I got hundreds of them. No love for me. Y'all ain't in the streets. Y'all is in the street. Y'all fake ministry. Y'all
Nick Pivetta gets the call for game 1 of the series. Dan, any thoughts?
Man, he pitched really well in this last one without allowing a single run and picking up the victory. Let's see if he can bring that stuff back to the ballpark with him and make it 2 really strong starts.
Into the box, Marcus Semien. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Here it comes. Guys, this Red Sox ball club entering play here tonight. They come in looking to make it 2 in a row as they were winners last time out.
Hey, why not get on a hot streak, Matty? They played really well yesterday. Continue that trend. Stay on the attack. See if you can get on a hot streak. Maybe rattle off 8 to 10.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Right fielder giving chase. And a great diving effort there, but it'll just tip off his glove, and it's a base hit. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Batting second.
That's the perfect answer after you've given up the lead in the previous inning. Put the tying run on second and get the momentum going back in your favor. Now we'll see if they can cash in.
Kevin Biggio stepping up now as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. The numbers on the year, 272. 21 homers and 55 driven in. The 1-0 is looked at for the first strike.
Nice adjustment out on the mound. Overthrew the first one a little bit, but got on top and let that ball rip right out in front of him.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a line drive. Dives, and he hangs on for the out. Wow. Throw back to second, and that's a double play.
Oh, man, that's a total brain cramp out there on the bases. He might have thought it was going to get down, but you've got to be sure. Instead, they double him off, and that really changes this inning.
Next to dig in, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. as he begins this one as the 4th leading hitter in the American League.
What a terrific month this guy had last month, hitting over 350. If he can continue at this pace, he's got a legitimate shot to win a batting title.
Hot shot on the ground is short. Throw to first with time to spare, and the side is retired. No runs on a hit, no errors, and no one. Now the first pitch.
Leading off from the Red Sox.
Randy Arozarena is in to start things off as he looks at a ball to start the inning. 1-0. That evens it up 1-1. Fouled off. The 1-2 pitch. Hit to third. On to first, and there's one gone here to start the second.
Batting sixth.
All right, guys, here's the defensive alignment for the Toronto Blue Jays today. And, guys, one thing I want you to focus on today when you look at this team on the defensive side of the ball, they're in the top 5 in fielding percentage. They go about their business a certain way. They make all the routine plays, mix in a few flashy ones, and day after day, they give their pitchers the best chance to be successful.
Grichuk is there, 2 gone.
Batting seventh.
Set to get his evening at the plate started, Patrick Dwyer comes in hitting just a hair below 300 this season. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. Red Sox on top in the early going, 1-0 as we play the second. 2 balls and no strikes now to the Red Sox left fielder.
He may be down 2-0 after those first 2 pitches in this AB, but those are pitches he can feel pretty good about. They did miss by a whole lot, so it's not like he's all over the place.
Now the 2-1 pitch. Popped him up. Jansen waits on it. He handles it easily, and the inning is over. Nothing across. Teoscar Hernandez digging in now. He currently sits atop the home run leaderboard and seems to be heating up even more here in the dog days of August.
This guy has been on absolute fire. You get on a run like this, you want to show up to the yard at 1 o'clock in the afternoon for a 7 o'clock game. This guy is prepared, ready to go, and seeing the ball like it's a beach ball right now.
Here's a fly ball, well hit. Renfroe is there, and he'll bring this one in.
All right, let's take a quick look at how the Red Sox set up on D today. And let's focus our attention on Xander Bogaerts, shortstop up the chute. one of the best in the business, one of the smoothest players in the game. We talk a lot about Robinson Cano and how he goes about his business at second base. The X-Man is no different at shortstop, and the bat plays too.
Hit pretty well out toward right center field. Chasing after it is Verdugo, but he won't have a play. This is down and into the gap. And he's in there easily at second with a one-out double.
You don't get too many pitches a day in the big leagues, middle cut. His eyes lit up right there. This pitcher's lucky he's not getting another ball from the umpire.
At the plate now, Corey Dickerson, as he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball one. Dickerson, originally from Mississippi, he was an 8th round selection back in the 2010 first-year player draft.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off to him.
2-0 count, the pitch. Gurriel, the runner at second with one away. Just off the inside part of the plate, it's 3-1. In his career against this pitcher, an impressive 4 for 7. He also has one home run. The 3-1. A bouncer up the middle. Iglesias is there. And the throw pulls the first baseman off the bag, and he's safe at first.
This is a head scratcher. I mean, that's the shortest throw on the infield, and somehow he lets it sail wide of the mark for an E4. A couple more like that, and doubt starts to creep into the second baseman's mind.
Randall Grichuk at the plate now. He's always a long ball threat, currently 4th in the American League in that department. First pitch on its way as he hits one on a line to left field. A dive, but it's off his glove. And the run will come in to score from third as that'll knock things up at 1 apiece.
Boy, he had to be sitting on a fastball zero right there because he pulls this one and gets the barrel to it to drive that runner in from third.
Yeah, Dan, you could tell he was sitting all over it. You don't get to a fastball like that without knowing it's coming. Nice piece of hitting.
In now, Santiago Espinal, as he'll take a look at a high strike here on the outside corner. It's 0-1. And you see that average below the dreaded Mendoza line. And he checks his swing. Did he go around? Yes, says the first base umpire. Strike 2. Working for the punch out and the offering. Runners are at first and second with one away. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
I know he missed with a fastball right there, but this guy's arsenal, you can't figure out what he's trying to do. He's got a lot of different directions he could go in right here.
And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. And he misses with it, ball 4, so that'll load the bases, and now he's really going to need to get a ground ball. So next to bat will be Danny Jansen. His career numbers against this pitcher, an impressive 4 for 7. He's taken him deep once. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Bases are loaded here, 1 man out. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike.
Hey, that's a nice take by the batter right there, but that's a non-competitive off-speed pitch. Got to do better to at least entice a swing.
And now a fastball, but he's able to hold off on it, and it's 2-1 now.
It often becomes harder to hit the zone when the pressure starts to heat up.
And he lays off again, ball 3.
You fight so hard to get into these type of counts. You can't let this pitch get away from you. You have to keyhole something middle of the plate.
And that misses. Ball 4. A run will come in to score.
Yeah, the pitching coach would hate to go to the bullpen this early in the game, but sometimes you have no choice. On the flip side, he might just get in his face a little bit out there, try to challenge him, wake him up from his funk. Either way, we'll see how it works.
And that gets him on the mound. They get the force at the plate. Relay to first is too late, so no double play, but no run scored. And time now to see quite where that got him. And it appeared from up here at least, and his actions on the field confirm it. It looked like it got him on his drive leg, which could be problematic, of course, for him. But from the way he's trying to walk it off, I think he's going to try to continue. Comes set, the 0-1. And he fouls this one off.
He put himself in a good position jumping ahead 0-2 with the bases loaded. Now we'll see if he can finish it off.
Now a 58-foot curveball that misses for a ball.
1 out away from stranding that runner on third. So the last thing you want to do is throw a wild pitch and let him score. Nice job there by the catcher to knock that one down.
2-2. Here it is. Took something off there as this pitch is in the dirt, but handled quickly behind the plate. He's set. The 3-2. Fouled away. Bases are loaded here. 2 down. Again, another foul ball. Payoff pitch on its way. A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. So they do strike for 2, but it could have been much worse as they strand the first pitch on its way.
Leading off for Boston,
Hunter Renfroe is in to start things out as he swings and misses at that one at strike 1. His previous history with Ross Stripling, he's gone 2 for 8. He also has 1 home run, and it's fouled away. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And the knuckle curve that time. Got him swinging, and that's the first out.
Not a lot of guys throw that knuckle curve, but some guys have a lot of success with it. Some say it has more bite than the traditional curveball, but I think it's more of a feel thing. It just works for certain pitchers, and it worked right there.
And here's the catcher, Kevin Plawecki, as he'll swing and miss at a first pitch slider at strike 1. They'll come into play here at 319. 2 home runs and 7 driven in. 0-1 count. Here it comes.
1-1.
Yeah, and if you get a guy flailing at a pitch like that, heck, you're going to go out there and throw that same pitch till he proves he can lay off of it.
Ground ball sent back up the middle. He's got it. On to first, and there are 2 down. Striding in for Boston, Jose Iglesias. 0 for 1 here in the early going. A ball and no strikes.
After watching that one go by and a ball being called, you could rest assured he knows he's not getting away with another one of those. I guarantee you he's going to be aggressive on this next pitch.
2-0 now. Now a fastball runs inside and drills him. Oh, that's gotta hurt.
You know, with 2 outs and nobody on, that's the last thing you want to do on the mound. That really gives the opposition some hope that they can do something with this inning.
2 down with a runner at first, and that brings up the outfielder Alex Verdugo. Ball 1 to start the at-bat. And Verdugo goes in front. 2 balls and no strikes.
Man, that's one of those. How could you not swing at that one? A good take there on that pitch.
Could have been 3-1. Instead, it's 2-2.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating and feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
Hernandez is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Red Sox leave 1. They're down 2-1.
We're just about set to go here as the Blue Jays come to bat in the 3rd inning. And this is an offense that has really been productive this year. Within the league, they rank among the leaders in batting average, on-base percentage, and slugging. When asked about their offense, the players I talked with all brought up how multifaceted their talent is, saying they've got guys that can spray the ball around, guys that work counts and draw walks, and of course plenty of guys that can go deep and drive in runs. Their numbers certainly confirm that, guys.
All right, thanks, Heidi. Hit hard to short. And that's through for a base hit. Make him 1 for 2 in this one.
Boy, after that base knock right there, D-Roll, he extends his hitting streak to 7 games.
Yeah, and you can tell he's made some necessary adjustments at the plate. Anytime you're getting a knock every day of the week, you're doing things right. He's keeping that front shoulder tucked, staying inside the ball, not trying to do too much.
Fouled off. 0-1, here's the pitch. Behind 0-2 now. Guerrero gets his lead at first, nobody out. And here's a fastball on 0-2, but it misses. 1-2 now.
Stone cold take right there. That fastball very well could have sent him packing back to the bench.
And he takes strike 3 cold on the fastball. 1 gone. So 1 away in the Toronto third. And that brings up the exciting Lourdes Gurriel Jr. He's set. Here it comes. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1. Two balls and no strikes.
Clearly working the bottom of the zone, trying to get a ground ball for a double play.
Now a ball grounded to short. This could be 2. To second for 1. On to first. And for the second time in 3 innings, they've found. First pitch on the way. Xander Bogaerts stands in as he checks his swing here for strike 1. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Long run for the center fielder. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning. Next to hit is Rafael Devers. Struck out in his last trip to the plate. Lays off 1-0. Devers, right field and carrying well. Gone!
I know hindsight's 20/20, but you can't throw that pitch to that guy. Don't forget, he homered yesterday, so you know he's locked in and ready to roll up there. We'll see if he learns from that mistake.
And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far.
1-1.
Fastball swung on and missed. Fastball, and he's got to duck away for dear life there.
Well, that'll wake everyone up. Anytime you buzz the tower like that, there's reason for people to start getting a little bit edgy.
The 3-1 pitch. And that's outside. He lost him ball 4. So now here is Bobby Dahlbeck. 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning. Now time is called, and this might be to buy a little time for that reliever to get loose. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1. Line to the right side. In there, a base hit. The throw to third. Throw won't get him.
Get the ball for this man. He needs to put that on the mantle. He's been struggling. The season hasn't gone according to plan, but he's staying pot committed and grinded out a nice knock.
0 for 1 after a pop out in foul territory his first time through. And he fouls this one off. Another 0-2 home. Hit weakly back to the mound. A throw to the plate, and he's out at the plate as they cut him down trying to score.
Sort of a daring move there going for the plate, but it didn't pay off. It was hit softly, but it gets scooped up quickly and fired home on target. Ideally, you want to go home like that on a ball that's hit beyond the pitcher's mound.
To the plate now, Hunter Renfroe. And he puts it on the ground to second. Reined in on to second for the force out, and the side is retired. The Red Sox are on the board. Just about set to go for the last of the fourth. But before we do that, here's Heidi Watney. And now here is Corey Dickerson. Reached on an error and then eventually scored in his first at-bat. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is aboard.
Pitcher's got to stay on his toes right there. You never know who in this lineup is going to pull out the old ambush. Knocked to right there.
Richard.
Here's Randall Grichuk. High in the air out to center field. Verdugo waits on it. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. So now into the box is Santiago Espinal. Worked a walk his first time up.
Espinal
has a look, now the pitch. As he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1.
When you're hitting at the bottom of the order, you better be keyhole in the middle of the plate. You cannot allow pitches like that to go by.
Here's a breaking ball, but it doesn't quite find the strike zone. Hit on the ground to third. To Iglesias for one. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. They make it look easy, don't they? Around the horn for the double play to end the inning. We're back to Friday Night Baseball on the show after this. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the fifth.
Thanks, Matt. During the commercial break, I talked about the Red Sox offense with the Boston manager. And one thing he stressed to me is the need for them to have more competitive at-bats the rest of the game. He told me he can't recall many times where they've been able to get to a full count today. And while that's not always a necessity for success, they've clearly had their struggles today, especially when it comes to making things difficult on the opposing pitching.
All right, thanks, Heidi.
Leading off for the Red Sox.
All ready to go in the top of the fifth. And in to hit next, it'll be the catcher, Kevin Plawecki. And a first pitch knuckle curve is a called strike. 0-1. Pitch on the way. Grounded back up the middle. He gets dirty, but he can't get there, and it's into center field.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dan. Sent it back right where it came from.
At the plate, Jose Iglesias, as he takes a called strike at the knees. It's 0-1. Last time up, he was hit by a pitch. On the ground to third. Fielded cleanly. There's one. On to first, and they get the double play. Next up for the Red Sox, Alex Verdugo. He's bounced out and flown out in his first two plate appearances. 1-0 the count. Downstairs, 2 balls and no strikes.
It's a lot easier to hit when you're putting yourself in good hitters' counts. This guy's done a great job not swinging at pitchers' pitches. And when he's getting the ball in the zone, he's getting the barrel to it. He's been hot lately.
There's ball 4.
3 of those pitches were definitely out of the zone, but that last pitch looked pretty darn good to me. You're not usually going to get many favorable calls on 3-0, though. You have to earn that spot.
Xander Bogaerts is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1. And as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around. Set now for the bottom of the fifth. And next to hit is the catcher, Danny Jansen.
The catcher, number 9.
First delivery to him. Knuckle curve breaks outside for ball 1. Fastball well outside.